This is episode 261 of the Pour Horsemen podcast. I am, I guess, your what do he call himself? The moderator? I am the moderator today, KC.
Phil, AK. Go ahead, bro.
Don P, you niggas just say your AKA.
Nah, that's cool, yeah.
I'm JC, man. We got a guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
Kev.
KF.
Kev.
Kev.
We got Kev of Imagine That Film Works. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So, my man's out here. He gonna talk about his life story. Somewhat, I guess, but I giving out full details. We ain't getting the social or nothing.
Yeah.
But he gonna talk about how he got into what he does, which is really great because my man's out here getting top brand clients. So, I'm gonna let him talk and give him the floor to just spill out everything.
First of all, tell them where they can find you and then go into what that is.
My social tag?
Yeah.
Social
Like where they
tag
can
_
Social
IT.
security. Let me get that.
You ain't gonna get far with it. _ ITFW, which is Imagine That Film Works. I've had my company maybe 8 years now. Been doing it full-time freelance, 8-9 years. But I went to school for it. Broadcast communications at Sam Houston. Bounced around a little bit trying to hoop.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That didn't work out. Trying to be a 5'9" 2 guard.
Okay.
I ain't gonna get too far. But after I ended basketball, I pursued film editing.
Okay.
Kind of found a passion in it, love for it. And after graduation, I said, you know what, man, let me try to find a job where I could be happy. That's what they teach you. Go to school, get a job. That ain't for everybody. That's not for everybody. I'm telling my son now, if you don't want to go to college, you ain't got to go to college. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of successful people out there, never walked foot on any campus. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I ended up getting a job at Fox Sports. It wasn't what I thought it was. I had prayed for the job 3-4 years. Had like 3 interviews that kept shutting me down, wouldn't hire me. And I remember telling my wife, I don't even want the job no more, but I'm gonna get the job just to prove to myself I could get it. Yeah. So we prayed. I got the job 6 months in. I'm like, nah, I don't want this. I don't want this at all. So I told my wife I was gonna quit. Being married to a black woman, she's like, nah, you ain't quitting this job. So I ain't gonna be the only one working, but I had a bigger vision in my head. Man, I wanted to have that freedom instead of having to clock in every single day, 9 to 5. And the turning point was when they put me on overnights. Like they never even communicated I was going to be on overnights when I got the job. So they put me on overnights. I'm going in like at 10 o'clock, getting off 6, 7 in the morning. I never saw my wife. So I said, man, I want something different. So I quit my job. Bought a camera with the little money that I had. I already knew how to edit because I went to school for it. And it kind of just took off. I told God, though, I said, man, if you allow me to not fail in what I'm pursuing, I would never shoot anything displeasing to you. And to that day, I'm still standing on that. And I'm doing well for myself.
That's what's up.
Wow. Doing well for myself.
What was you doing up there overnight? Editing?
So at Fox Sports, it sounds glamorous, but it ain't, man. So I was a media specialist. Everything that you see on TV has to be programmed with commercial ads, all that kind of stuff before it actually goes to the air. So all the networks, the college football, basketball, volleyball, wrestling, all that goes to the Fox network where I was working before it actually went out. And we were programming everything for live air. So, but it wasn't what it was. Everybody like, oh, you work for Fox? Man.
Was it? Are you saying because it was boring, or is it
for me? And granted, I still have people that work there. I'm not knocking the job. I still have friends that work there. So it's a great job, but it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? I wanted something else. I knew I had a plan for me and my wife. So to answer your question.
Yeah.
Hey, with your promise to God, you ain't never had to shoot like a tip drill video.
So check this out. It came a time when, I was that starving artist for a little while. I was like,
anything that comes,
I gotta get it. But it was like, we wondering, okay, should we pay this bill? Should we do it? And I'm gonna just be transparent. We needed the bread at the time.
Yeah.
And I had to remember that promise, like, nah, man, you can't do that stuff you told God you wasn't gonna do. And it was a time we had a couple bills due. I was like, damn, I gotta get this bread. And my boy called me and was like, hey, this rapper wants you to shoot this video for him in a strip club. He got like 10,000 for you.
Yee.
And I had to turn it down. I had to turn down 10 grand because that was my promise. The following week, I got a call from the NFL. Hey, we need some work. It wasn't a big title that I had, my bad. But it showed me God allowed me to see, hey, you stay firm on your word. I'm gonna take care of you. And I ended up working with the NFL for like 3-4 years.
Your faith and pride and your morals and principles. That's what's up.
Were you applying, or it was just kind of like a
Nah, that was word of mouth. I ain't even apply for it. So my boy was actually working on there, and he was like, hey man, we need some people to come in and work these projects, NFL films. I even got opportunity to work the Super Bowl. You know, so when the Super Bowl was here, I was working the Super Bowl, and
at the game?
I was at the game on the field.
the Tom Brady one?
Tom Brady ran past me when he did that whole thing in the end zone. I was right there, right next to him. So
Slapped your hand.
Nah, he ain't do that.
I'm never watching his hand again.
That's when he came back against Atlanta, right?
Came back
That
against
was a
Ryan.
hell of a game.
Hell of a game.
Yeah.
Yep. Halftime performance, fire, all that.
How was the whole, you know, with the Super Bowl, they dialed down on everything security wise. Like, how was that? You can't social media, nothing.
Bruh, they go through this whole background check before you even get your credentials and all that. And that process takes a while. And even with us working there with credentials, you going in and out, you still getting checked. Because if you go into a trailer, in their mind, you could be going set up something, go grab something. So they still checking you every single time you go in and out.
Did they hit you with anything about gambling?
Nah, they didn't. I don't think they did.
Okay.
Nah.
Because they sure did that for my Detroit Lions with their whole ass.
I really don't know
Ray
why
Jameson.
you support them still, bro.
We're going to be great this year. We're going to be great, first off. We're going to be really good. So that's why. You know, it's just like you said with with
You gotta stay committed to
I
it.
gotta stay committed.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm staying committed. I've always been a lifelong fan. I just don't switch up because times are tough.
Yeah.
You know, when times are hard, I pick up that card with the smiley face. Yeah, I've been a fan through thick. I've been a fan through a winless season. So when people
bro,
like you,
you've been struggling.
Yeah,
You've been struggling.
I've been through the struggle.
But it's gonna turn around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be beautiful. They ain't gonna better tell me shit.
So you do you only work in the realm of shows or you just do like sports or what else?
Yeah, tell us about
as
some
of
your
right now,
clientele.
man, we have been working with a few agencies. We did corporate stuff, Exxon. We worked a plant out in Corpus for like 3 years, the whole transformation from the ground up when they built the plant. We're more of a creative agency, but I'm transitioning into the film industry. So at this point, I've created a few pitch decks that's getting a little attention. And that was my biggest goal. Like, even when I was back in college, I wanted to see something I created on TV. So I said, you know what, man? One thing one of my buddies told me a while back, well, this was recently, he said, you've helped build all these companies' castles. You know, you've helped them with the foundation. You came in, you did this, and this. When are you going to start building your own castle? And that stuck with me. I was like, damn, you're right. So now at this point, man, I've created a few pitch decks. I've reached out to a few producers, directors, and they're like, nah, this is fire. This is fire. So the most recent pitch deck I ended up sending to the EP and director of the Five Slamma Jamma. And he checked it out. He's like, nah, this is good. If you get a couple people to sign on to the project, I'm shipping it around for you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So we're in the process of getting into that film industry.
Wow.
In which a lot of people told me, you know, man, you ain't gonna never get that done here in Houston. You gotta move to LA. My boy can attest. I've been trying to move to LA for 4-5 years.
Yeah.
I just don't make the money for LA.
Right.
LA is expensive. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go back to LA and be poor.
Yeah.
So hearing people around me tell me all the time, you need to move to LA. That's where all your connections gonna be. God has lined up the last couple months all the people that could help me get to that next level. And I didn't have to move. I'm still in Houston. I'm still here.
Wow, bro. Tell us about some of your clientele, more people you work with.
Oh, man. We've worked with Sony, Keenan, we were just talking about one of my clients, Actively Black, Exxon, Shell. We've worked with, man, the list goes on. A lot of Fortune 500 companies. But working through another agency actually opened my eyes. So when you're an agent and an agency and you're closing these contracts, that's where all your money is. And you can outsource to anybody at a cheaper price. So if the agency is closing a deal with a top, 500 or Fortune 500 company, and let's say they close their deal for $200,000-300,000, they can come outsource to me and say, hey, I need your day rate. Okay, let's say my day rate $1,500 a day. That's nothing compared to their contract. They bringing in all that money. So the idea now is to get the contract and then you can outsource. You know what I'm saying? That's the smart thing to do. And a lot of people don't understand that's what all our agencies are doing. An agency may have contacts and say, hey, I'll do your website. Well, hey, we need content also. Okay, we can do that. They don't have anybody in-house doing that. Guess what they're going to do? Yeah. They're going to go find somebody to do it. Hey, just give me a price of what that's going to cost for us to get this project done. They may triple the budget and cut you a little something. You think you eating and you're not. All the money is going to that agency who closed the deal.
So you just trying to become the agency?
I am the agency now.
What's that? I am the
agency. Have you?
I am the agency.
I know creatively you've been trying to, make your mark in the the film industry.
Yes, sir.
Have you been studying their business, how they do business?
Man,
like what you just explained with the agency.
It's funny, man, because I've always said, if you've made it, help other people. It's been such a struggle for me with some of the people that I know that are in the film industry, and you kind of reach out to them, and there are no shows. Even the people you personally have relationships with, and sometimes I feel like their mindsets is, well, I figured it out. You figured it out now, and it shouldn't be like that.
It should not.
So for me, when I get in the film industry, and it will happen really soon, I want to break that barrier. I don't want to be that gatekeeper like a lot of these guys are. Like it's tough to get into the industry because of the gatekeepers.
What's up with that? Like what's the reason for it?
Because I'm getting money. I want to be needed. That's all it is.
Wow, that's
so
crazy.
You blowing people's
ego.
phone. It's all
sum
ego.
It up, it's ego.
It's all ego.
And then somebody, and like he just said, somebody had to scratch and crawl to get to where they at. So
and the funny
ain't
thing
nobody
about
to
it,
just let you come on because I like you or you my partner. Nah, you're gonna have to scratch and crawl a little bit, or it worked for me.
The funny thing about it, the guys that are in the industry had help.
Yeah,
they had help from other people. So
everybody got a leg up.
Everybody.
But now they want it to be my struggle.
Yep.
Compared to yours.
Yep.
If yours is easier than mine, I got a problem with it. And that goes for anything in life.
And that shouldn't be the nature of it, man. The way I look at it, if I can help a kid that's graduating from high school by the time I get in the film industry and say, look, you moving at it wrong. This is what you should do. I did the same thing. That's what God put me here for. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see you make that same mistake, even though I don't even probably know the kid.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you make that same mistake. Especially people that look like me. Yeah. I want to help people that look like me because the film industry already is segregated. I know they'll probably get in trouble for this, but a lot of white people grandfather their kids in, their friends and all that. But when we get the opportunity, we don't necessarily do that.
Or when we do get the opportunity, it's ridiculed.
Yeah,
Case in point.
It is.
They get on the weigh-ins. They get on... It was somebody else recently that got their kid in.
Yep.
Washington, Denzel Washington's son.
Yeah, his son.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, why? You see they do it. They do it fairly well. I didn't even know the guy from Scandal, the president, is the Goldwyn.
Really?
Yes. You know the Goldwyn movie thing?
Yeah.
He is the grandson of that. I had no idea.
Yeah,
so he was.
You will never know.
It was catered for him to be successful.
Like even what's the director of Jurassic Park? Oh my God.
Steven Spielberg?
Spielberg. I was reading up on something and looking at videos, and it was like, oh yeah, my grandson was on set when we shot blah, blah, blah. Who the hell, as a grandkid, little on a classic film set?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Howard and his daughter.
Yeah.
And then they talk about his daughter was like, punk. She was like an asshole.
Yeah.
So, you get all these ins and outs, but as soon as we do it, it's a problem.
It's cool when they do it.
Exactly. And that's why and that's why I have a problem with like people wanting LeBron to like stick around for hating on LeBron for sticking around.
Nah, do
for
that.
His son. Like, do that shit.
Exactly.
Get his son
that.
That's good.
That's the whole point of him working the way he work.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? For him to open up doors for his kids. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. Yeah. Open up doors for my
every
kids.
Father should
Even
want.
even if it's the other way around and you LeVar Ball and you ain't did shit, but you gonna go hard for your kid.
Go hard for your kid, bro. That's what it's all about.
And they had a problem with that too. So
they're gonna have a problem with anything.
Exactly.
Anything we do, it's like it's gonna be an issue. You too positive, it's an issue.
Oh my
love
God.
your wife,
it's an issue. He whooped.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Not even that. It's just like silly shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, your child may not be the greatest on the team, but it's still like everything ridicule.
Every single
Everybody wants the VH1 ratchet TV shit, and it should be a balance,
man. I hate Zeus. Lord forgive me, man. And Zeus may pick up one of my projects, but that negative content, bro, I just hate because I'm like, it's draining.
It's very
to see that kind of content all day, every day on your Instagram.
Is it draining to us or the women? Because the women seem to like it.
They do, but
that's who tuned in.
I got friends that sit there and watch it with their wives, and it's cool. Whatever floats your boat.
I watch Real Housewives with my wife.
See, I can't even do that.
See, white people drama.
I do reality.
Yeah. I did reality for a while, but
I watched the weird show.
I watched.
My wife watched it, like Netflix.
The dentist.
What is that?
It was a dentist.
Oh, wait. You talking about
the dentist? They come on after the.
You talking about Married to Medicine?
Married to Medicine. I used to watch.
They not problematic though.
Yeah, my wife watched it.
They drama more so just like real friends type shit. You know, but outside of that, like I don't.
Yeah,
like the zoo stuff. I catch the clips. I won't watch the actual show. I can't watch that shit.
I can't.
But VH1, same thing. I see a clip or so, but outside of that,
I can't tune in.
I'm good.
So what's your creative niche? Like what type of if you would go get into film, like what type of genre?
I love sports, like 30 for 30s, like my three projects that I'm working on now are all docuseries. And they have legs. They got some big time names tied to it. So right now I'm in the process of getting a couple people to sign on to it. And if they sign on and say, hey, we want to be part of it, my dude's gonna shop it around, which is great because we just did a project with Allen Iverson, and Allen Iverson is part of one of the projects. So hopefully, fingers tied, the next time we shoot him, I'll be able to, showcase, hey man, this is what I got. He say it's on. Nice.
Now, did you see that BS High, the BS High documentary about the guy that made the fake school?
It's on HBO Max.
They played IMG.
You got to watch that.
I haven't.
Oh my God!
I finally watched
that. Dude is a star.
I gotta check it out now. I'll watch it tonight, man.
You gotta watch it. That dude,
he a star. That nigga is made for TV.
He should get closer to the sun as possible.
Really?
And burn
that
up.
bad?
Yeah, that dude.
He
gotta check it out.
He trash. He trash for sure.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
That shit is funny. I watched it twice.
I watched ours last week. I watched ours last week. I was like, yo, we missed like so much stuff talking about it. I ain't gonna say it now because I don't want to spoil it for him.
But you can actually talk about it and have somebody watching. They still get the full experience of it. That shit is crazy.
Yeah,
I mentioned one thing that we definitely missed when he ran over the geese.
Yeah.
And the kids say he ran in reverse. I was like, yo, this
purpose? And then he said it. He was like, yeah, I might have ran over a geese.
How big is a geese?
Nigga, them hoes big than a bitch.
A geese is plural.
Them hoes big than a bitch.
Geese is plural. Geese is
big as that chair.
Geese is them big ass ducks that be walking across
What
the
folks
road.
was he in a bulldozer?
He was in a truck, and they said he saw the geese crossing the road and sped up and hit it.
And then
reversed.
Oh, he was
and then laughed about it.
Nah, he was just.
He said, crazy. And then he laughed about it. The kids was in the car with him.
Yeah, I gotta check this out.
This
Bruh,
the illest nigga living, bro.
The last thing I'm gonna tell you about this dude, he made them play 2 football games in 3 days.
Now I saw a clip on that recently. He was like, it might have been. He was like, "Who plays on a Friday and Sunday?"
Yeah. My man, what's the black dude name?
Who?
The reporter that was on there that was talking.
Oh, Bomani Jones.
Bomani Jones. Yeah. He was like,
I gotta check that out now.
Football games 3 days.
I could watch documentaries all day.
Yeah.
So you brought up your sports background. So does that play into like how you shoot, like
big time, man,
with your competitiveness?
So I mean, I don't even know. I should even
good
talk
question,
about
KC. Damn.
So my love for like docu-series and all that kind of stuff came from me hooping in high school. You know.
And what high school did you go to?
I went to Milby. We won state my senior year.
What year?
04.
Oh, you
you know Tavon.
Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah, Tay was my teammate.
Did you have Tech minor?
Nah, Tay was at Booker T.
They had Juwan McCullough.
Juwan McCullough.
He went to
Yeah, I remember Juwan McCullough.
So we I initially tried to get a documentary off the ground about my high school. And we went 39-0. My high school coach coached 32 years, never won state.
Honey. Yeah.
Retired.
Crazy.
The next year we win state 39-0.
Oh.
The following year, we was ranked 1 in the state, 4 in the nation. So I thought that was a compelling story. I was like, man, I'm gonna package this together.
And that's the year you won it.
That was the year we won.
Y'all was number 1 in the state, 4 in the state,
4 in the nation. We actually had the opportunity to play Oak Hill.
Who they had?
They had Josh and I think Rondo. They would have
Josh Smith.
Yeah.
Y'all remember?
But I think we probably would have lost by 20.
Y'all had some ballers, bro. Y'all had some ballers, bro.
So we was nice, but I thought that story would have been pretty good. You know, could have been like a 30 for 30. And I found a way. It's always a way to get in contact with the people you need. Regardless of who it is, there's a way. And I found someone to connect me to someone at ESPN, told them about the idea. And what's funny is ESPN, what you don't even know, when you submit a project to ESPN, they make you sign a waiver to your rights.
Yeah.
Before you exactly.
Wow.
So it's like, how bad do you want them to view this? And in that waiver, it shows if they decide to, you know, go on with the project, you don't have to be even notified about it. They can basically take your idea, go get another director, another producer, and get it produced, and you won't even know. And you don't have no rights to it because you signed it off just for them to watch it. So with that in mind, it's like, how many stories have we seen 30 for 30s where that could have been somebody else's story, but they took it.
Because they got different directors every time, right?
That. So MTV did that with was it Ridiculousness or whatever?
Really?
With that nose hair shit. They was just like, if we decided,
take it.
I was like, bro, I don't care about that.
What the MTV do to, I forgot the guy's name, but he the one that created Guy Code. Or he was doing a Guy Code series on his YouTube. Huh? What? Billy Sorrell? Yeah. I don't know if that was the case, but I remember him saying, like, man, them niggas took took my idea.
Yeah, he used to do it on YouTube.
Yeah. And then they ain't even invite him on the show to do it.
He got
that, my
good hair.
Yeah. So he used to do it on YouTube. They used to have it was Guy Code, I believe. Bro Code. Man Code.
But it was the same concept as the show.
That's just like ESPN took what's my man name? Ed Lover. Come on, son.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man.
And ran with it.
Yeah.
He was doing come on.
Man, when that shit came
it was on NFL. It was like a segment.
It was like Shaq and the Fools.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But it just show you, man, if you have an idea and you basically little man, they could take that and run with it.
Oh, Cameron just said it. He was like, man, he was watching one of them shows, and they said some slang like in the show. They was like, man, they taking our like
culture,
culture, or like they ain't start doing that until me and May. So like Snoop Dogg started commentating, like they ain't take that shit. Now they got it on Prime TV because they seeing everybody's running the YouTube.
Buddy, the NBA guy,
my man right here is good on analysis and stuff. So like the guys that's on TikTok and YouTube and all, they just the mainstream is taking that. Like even the news do that now
because they love our culture.
What's the NBA guy? Mark Jones. He really good. His stuff always go viral when he commentate the basketball game. Like he'll say some like random shit, and then like they just use him for that pretty much. Because
like, Mark Jones,
is that his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Mark Jones. Yeah. He does that.
Yeah, he uses hip hop slang.
That's pretty much their MO. Like they catch on to what was hot, spin it, use it themselves, and then get rid of it.
I would say that's probably fired all them people too.
For sure, because they don't need it. If you look on Snapchat, they got a whole ESPN segment where they'll be doing Sports Center on Snapchat in little segments. Really? And it just be like up and coming influencers on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
And that's it. And you don't never see them on the actual TV show. They just always on just that Snapchat. Or they got now First Take does I watch YouTube all the time. First Take has a YouTube only segment now with Stephen A and Molly Q.
Really? That's what I was about to say. You on TV period for sports, you only got room for the three-headed monster, like a Stephen A, Skip, and now Shannon.
Yep.
Skip. And who else?
And that, we could talk about that.
I'm just saying, those three heads, it's trash.
That stuff looks terrible.
I didn't want to look at it.
Yeah, I watched like a minute of it.
It was
over talking.
They was too excited.
Clashing personality.
Yeah, they just don't mix well.
All three football players, so when they talk about basketball, it sounds idiotic.
Like, oh, yeah.
It's terrible, bro.
I don't like Michael Irvin, bro.
Really?
I do.
I love him as I love Michael Irvin, but not as because
I like when bro was sweating when he was sweating with Stephen A. Bro, that was had
nigga collar me way up, nigga.
And he be yelling.
His tie knot.
The Cowboys are wrecking in this comment.
His tie knot be looking like a 3D Dorito. You remember them 3D Doritos? That'll be big as hell popping out.
Y'all gotta watch that clip of bro screaming, bro, with Stephen A. They had to come wipe bro forehead.
Yeah. They say, "Hey, we don't got enough people in the kitchen. We losing recipes."
That's what type of cocaine is that here?
And where Richard Sherman come from?
Richard Sherman,
he was just kicking
like
in somebody's dough, huh?
His shit is forced. Like,
but was he practicing his craft, or they just put him on?
He was on Amazon. He was on Amazon during the NFL, but. Like it just seems so forced with him and Skip because everybody know he ethered them. And so bringing them back and they all lovey-dovey, that's like corny as hell. That's like when Triple H and Stone Cold was together.
Yeah.
Shit don't make no damn sense.
But did y'all see Skip? I mean not Skip, but Shannon and Stephen A interview?
Yeah.
It was good.
I seen clips when they was talking about LeBron.
That tandem might be all right on TV, bro.
We're gonna have to see how the back and forth gonna go.
Yeah.
Just cause right now it was interview. It was an interviewer and interviewee.
True.
Now they just gonna be clashing about random stuff. So we're gonna see who's gonna get
this. This is what I'm interested in. I'm interested in seeing Shannon check Stephen A on his bullshit. When he the shit about Lonzo Ball, like just stuff like that. When they go back to show, hey man, why you do that? Like have some integrity. Say that you was wrong. I want to
Skip don't want to. I mean Shannon don't want to lose no more jobs. He got it.
But that's where they gonna get the viewership.
He didn't necessarily lose the job though. He was just I'm done. Like pretty much.
I don't want to see two niggas agreeing.
You want to see that country?
What type of?
He said you watch reality TV. That's not all the time. You gotta have some background
drama.
That nigga wants the negativity.
You can't have that, bro.
Yeah. I get it though. I get it for debate purposes. Right.
I watch Breakfast Club. Like Envy and Charlotte, they don't agree and shit all the time.
They disagree a lot.
Yeah, a lot. But they still put on a good show. I can see why they good at what they do. Like I don't want to see them niggas agreeing.
You're right.
Yeah.
This can be a debate.
It can be a debate, but I'm just saying you gotta check them.
Well,
if you want to see them fight,
Well, I get it, JC, because if you're watching a show for debate purposes,
it's a debate show.
Yeah, you right.
We all did this in college.
I like what you
debate with your homie all the time about everything. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
I like when old buddies on there. RC. Ryan Clark.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
He
like
was checking
Yeah,
Stephen A.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Ryan.
saying. I like
He
Ryan.
letting
well
Stephen A
spoken,
know.
too.
Yeah, he is,
that's what you
man.
ain't gonna
Very
get.
well spoken.
Very.
I remember when they had that issue when he talked about his hairline, and then he was like, "Okay, see now you done crossed the line. It's getting we're debating, but now you're trying to take it personal."
Yeah.
And I
He would
can go
say
there.
anything
Better
about
than
line.
any-
You could have hit him with another joke. Nah, nigga, your
can go
line been
there.
crossed.
That's crazy.
We to the hell with this ESPN and Disney.
Hey, let's talk about this though. Dion,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Colorado yesterday, bro.
Yeah.
Was
That's-
every
That made
black
everybody
was
proud,
every
man.
black American
Everybody,
watching
yeah.
that game?
Nah, because
He
everybody
said-
doubted
He
him.
said the receipts are there.
Yeah.
And I, for one, can remember a lot of people on the timeline just doubting him or saying he was fraud for leaving HBCU for Power 5,
Yeah.
blase. Dog, it's proven. The proof is in the pudding. He knows exactly what he's doing. And he's only going to get better now because now they going to the Big 12 next year. Also, people seeing what he's doing with his. Dog, I was watching it with my wife. All of the assistants on his team had a piece and chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Oh yeah,
that.
he got him right.
What did
All
it
of
say?
them.
What did it say?
Like,
Yeah, it's just a little-
it's different, but like
Yeah.
all of them had piece of
They-
chain.
they all
She was
might
like,
say
I ain't
prime.
never. She
Hey.
was like, I ain't never seen
That
that
icy
many.
white was clean though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That
The
shit live.
swagger. And then
Yeah.
you talk about the son. Everybody, why you making him your starting quarterback?
Man, that's a bad boy.
Man.
He said it at the end of the interview. He was like, "Y'all said I was just an HBCU quarterback.
Yeah.
This was my first time starting in Power 5. Y'all didn't believe, but God did,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
walked out. I was like, that boy
Hey.
got the swag of his daddy.
Look,
Like,
folks comfortable in the pocket, bro.
Man.
he don't even care to run.
He comfortable.
He practiced with Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Bro.
he signed with Brady.
What happened?
He signed with
The TB12.
yeah.
What's that?
For real?
That's his NIL.
yeah.
His NIL.
He has a deal with them.
oh, wow.
Yeah,
Bro, the accuracy, little homie.
bruh. Nah, he
Hey,
ain't little, bruh.
and yeah, you right about that.
How
And
tall? How
look,
big is he?
he
262.
about six.
He about
6'2",
6'3".
Hey, hold on.
About 6'3".
Travis Hunter though.
Ooh.
Hey,
Boy,
that's
dog.
probably one of the illest
That boy
niggas living
dog.
right now,
Dog,
man.
boy.
Hey,
Hey,
when he jumped
bro.
that route, I was
Hey, that's some pro
He
shit,
almost
bro.
He almost had 2 picks, and he almost had 3 touchdowns. Like,
Bro, this
and he
motherfucker.
called the Heisman at the beginning of the year. He was like, I'm the Heisman. I'm him.
on
He
both
played
sides of the ball.
110 snaps, bro.
On
No,
both sides of
20.
the ball.
Bro,
Dog.
that's
Yeah, it's crazy.
Cuz
he
like,
playing
cold.
cornerback and receiver. Bro, that shit is ill, bro.
He one of them little niggas in the hood that
Hey,
just you
that's
just
just gonna
know.
get it.
Yeah, you just know.
And then they got one of them, the little homie,
The-
number 3.
Oh yeah.
What-
That David
he
something.
fast as
Hey,
hell.
give
Edwards.
the little homie the ball. He
He
taking
had,
it.
what,
He
4
taking it for
touchdowns?
6.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
And it's not a fluke because it was actually a back and forth. It was a good game.
yeah.
Mhm.
Nobody
They
was
ain't
playing
fold.
defense.
Uh,
They weren't playing.
yeah.
They were-
Well, TCU had a good running game.
What's gonna probably hurt Colorado is that they don't really have depth.
Yep, yeah, that's
Like in the defense, they don't have depth in the defensive side. Because if you were looking, all they defensive ends, D tackles, they not like humongous guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw TCU had one guy,
That was
number
like
50.
450.
Yeah.
Number 50.
Yeah, big
I
boy.
was like, yo, this nigga's huge.
Yeah.
That's that freshman dude.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
a freshman they been
freshman.
showing. He ain't
dude
play
was
though.
huge. I was like,
He
shit.
ain't play though. But Dion, bro, what he did, bro, that was
Yeah,
live. Like
that was for the culture.
everybody was
Coach.
tweeting about it. So like I want to see the viewership for that. You know what I'm saying? Like
They home
everybody was
game
tuned
this
in.
week about to be lit up, boy.
Bruh.
They play
said
Nebraska, huh?
They hadn't sold out in 27 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And I read an article yesterday that the director said they didn't even have the money for Dion. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So they promised him like 28 million.
Yeah.
And the fans donated money to the
Yeah.
program just to pay Dion.
The alumni
I
came
said,
in, kick
bruh,
you, huh?
That's all it was, alumni
Yeah.
fans.
Wow. Bro.
Yeah.
It's the power of white people.
That's what it is.
Shit, that is what it is.
And they may not-
Colorado is a white ass school. I went to a Colorado game. Like
Yeah.
my boy used to play there. It's a white
All
school.
white.
You know what I'm saying? That's why people was backlashing. You going to Colorado from an HBCU. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like when they say that
very,
the alumni did
very
it.
inviting white people though. Like
Yeah.
they ain't
Yeah.
like, it ain't
Obviously.
it ain't UT or some shit.
Yeah.
But
until
we can't say they're inviting. They see the potential of bringing a Dion to Colorado.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's what it is.
Well, I was just saying, bro.
I doing it for the bottom of their heart.
Yeah.
But the AD, no. The AD still have to. You gambling on this though,
Right. For sure.
It's some feeling in
But
there.
they knew if they brought Dion, his sons are coming.
Yeah.
Travis is coming. That was
but
all
that's
part of their
still
plan.
a
No, that
risky
wasn't
play.
even, that was brought with skepticism though, because like they was like, your son played at a HBCU. Can he do this?
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, if they didn't even want his son, it's a possibility we get Travis. Travis was what? He was
Number one.
Travis was the number one player in the country.
Exactly. So even if
He not a quarterback.
He's a corner receiver.
I know.
That's
I'm just
still
saying that how much of an impact can that one guy do?
Shit, a lot.
Ain't no
So that
telling.
last
Well, we
night-
saw that.
You
I'm just saying. Let's just say they just got him.
Hey,
Or
instead of
I'm
They
just
had-
saying they gambled on this play to get
For sure.
I don't think that was so much of a gamble though. Like you got Deion Sanders as your coach.
yeah.
Deion was Under Armour through and through, and he went back to Nike.
Yeah.
You know how much of a big deal? Because when he left Nike, he hated Nike.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't want no affiliation with
Nothing to
Nike
do
at
with it.
all. And Under Armour, he tried to get Under Armour with Colorado. Colorado was a Nike school. Can't get rid of
They
that.
ain't doing
They
that.
ain't contract.
They can't. It's a contract.
you know
So he had to go back to Nike. How he bring it back? He brought back his DT96.
That's easy. Easy.
Everybody talking about it. You got so many people talking about Colorado that
Hey, trending.
again, I went to one of the games. I have a picture and you could see the open stands. It wasn't like
Nobody
filled up.
there.
You know what I'm saying? Now the partying was live as hell, but at the end of the day, the
That's why I
games
said inviting.
the games were not like sold out.
Yeah.
You know
Bro,
what I'm
like,
saying?
what
No
kid-
diehard Colorado
What
fans.
kid ain't gonna want to come to Colorado now?
right now.
Oh, that's what I said. Next year they gonna be live.
Look at how he was talking at halftime. He say, man, we overthrew Travis a couple of times. If we get both of them, the Heisman at the highest chilling.
Yep.
I'm like, for a coach to have that much
Say that
confidence in
confidence
his
in him. Yeah.
in his player, like then the post game interview, how he put them on and say how much y'all said we couldn't do this.
He believed in
That's
his
my
players.
son, yeah, bro.
He believe in his players. If he don't believe,
We
in them,
believe.
He doing all that with 8 toes.
yeah.
That's true,
He 8 toes down.
man.
Focus, bro.
Bro.
Boy, focus.
Hey,
Straight up.
man. Dion
Man
a
be
bad
sitting on the
boy.
stool. She was like, "Why he on the stool?" I was
You know
like,
why?
"Baby, he got 8 toes. Like
He's off balance.
Yes, like standing up is a lot, and he just got out. He had blood clots in his leg. He had surgery
Recently?
like right before the season.
Yeah.
So I mean, that man been going through it. Yeah, that man, he putting the whole damn school on his back and the hood. Apparently to him. So shit.
Oh, he did say all the hood.
He say, shout out to all the. He's like, man, thank you God.
Yeah.
And then all the hoods that believed him.
Yeah.
Like straight up. Dion the real one.
thugging.
Then he called out the reporters like,
Oh,
nah,
yeah.
keep
You
that
come
saying
here.
you
Come
believe
here.
it.
He said, I got the receipts.
Yeah.
I got a Colorado
Hey,
letter,
homie
man. I'm
didn't
gonna
even
pull
want
that
to
hell
answer
out
him
when it's
now.
cold.
Like, believe in what?
Yeah. No, that mean you ain't believe.
Next question.
Next question. Yeah.
Question.
Hell yeah.
I love that shit.
I seen somebody
Receipts
put,
and pettiness.
I've never really been a fan of Prime. I say, man, what type of...
can't-
Yeah.
Hey, you a ill nigga, you
yeah.
ain't a fan of Prime Time, bro. Just, man, yeah, that was
And I
ill
think
what they did to them.
everybody gravitates towards him because he's so authentic.
Positive.
That's what I
Exactly.
think, bro. He's authentic. Like you can't, like you said, how can you not like Prime? You know what I'm saying?
What has he done?
Because even when he was, flashy Prime, rapper Prime,
Preacher Prime.
no, I was gonna get into. He was authentic in that. Then when he gave his life to the Lord, it was still authentic. And nothing about him looked like it was fake. Like even when he gave his life to God, he was still like him, but at the same time, you could see it was working on him.
Yeah.
Now you see he don't curse, he don't do all that stuff. That's cool. Even if he did, it probably wouldn't still be like, no, he fraud type stuff. But it's just like, yo, I get tired of hearing Dern, but
Nah, I forget that in the interview. I saw
Doggone.
that bull junk you wrote.
yeah, that bull junk, like that Dern. It'd be like play
that-
my Dern music.
That's like how when BET used to cut the words off, it'd be another
Hey, man,
person.
listen to this mother Friday.
Pummeled
Man,
in the
that ain't
mother's
folks'
man.
voice right there. Who is that?
It was a
This
white
don't
person
belong
doing
here.
ADR.
Man, this is some bull cabbage. What the hell y'all talking
Said
about?
I fouled
Man,
up.
stop, just let it curse, folks. Fuck it, man.
I remember I was watching USA recently. It was a movie, and then
That channel still on?
yeah,
Wow.
and then it said,
Wait, you have that channel?
yeah, it's on the YouTube TV and all that.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was hoping that
makes
was
sense.
part of your subscription.
Oh hell no! That's one of the basic channels. You know, you get. And they say, "Hey man, fuck this." I looked up like, "Yo, what?
Yo, watch that. They let it go.
They let it go now."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yo, this
Yeah, they
some
let shit
bullshit."
go now.
Really?
Nah,
Yeah.
they let everybody
curse
curse.
words go.
Oh, like on
Everybody.
FX or something?
Oh,
FX
FX
do it?
for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was
'Cause
watching
I know
USA.
Yeah, that's why I
Yes.
was like, you got that channel?
Yeah.
I was watching
Nah, I know
USA.
BET got that now. Like on
They'll
BET,
let it go.
people be
BET
cussing us
Plus
out.
or
Bro,
just
wow.
BET?
You
know,
might be right.
Yeah,
Man,
it's BET
I
Plus.
remember watching Baby Boy on BET back in the day when Vin Rain punched Jody and he started going crazy. I'm trying to be. He sounded like a Mexican. I'm like, man, they just changed up that
They just
I'm trying to be
wanted
a good brother. Hey, you want to come mess with brothers?
to mess with me. You wanted to mess with me.
Yeah, you leave. It's my house.
Little me, I think.
Man, that's the illest shit ever,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
BET
crazy.
wrong for that
way
shit,
too
bro.
much, though, dog.
They still play it to
That's
this day.
Now, would you do a motion picture movie, like getting into your
So I
like
have
writing a script and all
I have
that?
a couple ideas that I've been playing around with. So before I even decided to do these pitches, like I would wake up in the middle of the night and just write down these movie ideas in my notes. And I looked at my first note. It dated back to like 4 years ago. And I was like, damn, I've been sitting on these ideas for way too long.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, yeah. So I'm starting with the docuseries, see where we go. And then we'll try to tap into it like that.
All right, my next question then, following up that,
Yo.
would you go the Tubi route?
I'm not gonna knock Tubi, but it wasn't part of my plan.
Okay.
Like right off the back, like I know people that have projects. Like the film industry here is real close. Like we know everybody basically, and I know some people that got films on Tubi. You know, so I'm not gonna knock Tubi, but that's not my plan. Like my first project is big enough for HBO, and I wholeheartedly believe that.
You know, I got an idea for you as a show.
That's what's up.
For black
Yeah, I'm gonna
men.
listen to your bullshit. Go ahead.
No, he don't cuss. I'm gonna listen to your bull jump.
Talk to me, bro.
Four black men,
Oh,
hard-working brothers trying to come together through a podcast.
Hey, you gotta leave that drink alone. You gotta leave that drink alone. What's the angle I'm taking with it, bro?
Oh my god!
I don't know. I don't even know.
Yeah, he made it sound like we took.
That's all I
Somebody
got.
get hooked on crack.
Off
I got.
himself.
Oh man.
Oh,
But
my
yeah, that's the goal, man. My goal is to have all these ideas picked up.
In sports though, you got like a
So, like I said, I'm a sports fanatic. Damn, now every project I got is pertaining to music and sports. Right now, I do have one film. I haven't started on the script or anything like that, but it is a film outside of sports.
I hadn't seen a good sports movie in a while.
A good sports
You know how
movie.
like a sports movie, like
Yeah.
we had early on, like we had Remember the Titans and
Yeah.
even
And
like
a lot of
Six
them,
Man.
a lot of them
Like
be kind of corny to me now that I look back at them.
really,
Like, yeah.
What about like
I like Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans is good.
Yeah, it was.
You ain't like that one?
Go back and watch it.
What about Above the Rim?
That
I
was
like
authentic.
Grab the ball.
Yeah. However, like if you look at some of the stuff in the film, you're like,
The editing bad.
yeah.
What about-
oh boy, when he threw that boy, he threw it to himself and dunked.
Yeah.
But if social media never showed you that, you would have never known.
Yeah.
We did.
You know what I'm saying? So
That wasn't Tupac at the end.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was somebody else.
It was
they showed.
somebody else.
Exactly. But you know what I'm
He
saying? But for me,
Damn.
like, yeah, man, a good.
What's like any given Sunday?
I ain't really care for that.
Good.
I ain't really care for
What,
He got game?
what is your favorite sports movie?
my favorite. Sports
And what is your worst?
Basketball Diaries.
man? That's
I ain't even watched that shit.
You know what? I ain't gonna even say sports movie. My favorite sports. You gonna feel this one? Fab Five, and that was it.
Yeah.
So crazy thing
You
is,
talking about the docu?
yeah, it was. It wasn't a movie, but
Yeah, of course.
that set fire to me.
Yeah.
The 30 for 30?
Yeah. So it set fire to me so much. I went and found the director. His name was Jason Hare. And I'm the type of person when I see see projects that I really like, I go down them credits. I'm like, all right, I gotta contact Jason. I gotta find his Instagram. Dude gave me his email and phone number from a Facebook DM. I'm like, hey man, love your project. Hey, I got this project that I'm thinking of. I just want to stay connected with you. I don't want nothing from you. I ain't asking for no money. I ain't doing none of that. I just want to be connected to you and talk to you here and there. Yeah, give me a call whenever you can, man. Here's my number. Here's my email. So now that was, I don't know how many years ago. Now that I'm working on my own project.
6-7 years.
Yeah, guess what? Hey man, I talked to you 6-7 years ago. Oh, I remember you, Kevin. How's it going? What you working on now? Those doors kind of open up a little bit more now because we had that relationship, even though it was just, briefly, but still.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Would you think the Last Dance docuseries is like the pinnacle of sports documentaries, or is something better than that?
That was so fire, man. And just to say, like, they had planned that so many years ago. Like, that's why they hired all these guys to follow him around, because they saw the bigger picture. When he retires, we're going to make a project. And it wasn't even about the Bulls. Everybody know that. It was about MJ, you know what I'm saying? So, bro, that was the pinnacle of like
But it was about the Bulls. They did it so good. But they did it so good that
it was about Mike.
it was about Mike.
They did
a good job.
I'm glad I know more about Steve Kerr.
Why?
Just cause, like, that was interesting.
Folks.
That was interesting to me.
I see that.
I'm glad I got to know how Kukoc
Tony Kukoc got
on
there.
the team. Like,
because this is stuff you would never know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Official
I knew about
follow-up,
Pippen
but
and
they
all
did
that.
Luke Longley's, and Michael Jordan did the actual introduction to it. And they didn't have no relationship at all. Like, Luke Longley hated him.
Really?
Yeah, and he was like seeing that he appreciated me. I appreciate that. Like, I saw that on YouTube.
No,
he was like, I did not like the guy at all.
But if I could put somebody like that, oh man.
What if they put you on a LeBron joint?
That'll happen. They got their own people.
They already
so
doing
I
that.
heard they doing one with Steph already. They working on
it's already done.
Nah, they working on a big, like, hiring people like they did Jordan to actually follow him around. Not the one that
Apple TV.
It's going to be a bigger one later on. I mean, you can't put out a doc on his career ain't over.
Yeah,
LeBron's got to
still
be
got stuff going on.
damn near almost perfect. Like, you
His
can't.
shit gonna be
They
epic,
got
bro.
one for Kobe. They did one for Kobe. They was
recording at the game.
Yeah, they
his
got
last
one for
game.
Kobe.
Yeah.
That'll be fire.
they do?
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
So
That's
that's supposed to
gonna
be
be dope.
coming out.
But shit, they did that. I watched that Lakers. What was that on Hulu? It was like a Laker docu-series. But it was very deep. Like, they just talked
I
about.
didn't see that.
Yeah, I think it's on
Magic versus Bird?
Nah,
It's
it was
a Laker.
Yeah, it's a Laker
Oh, okay.
docu-series. Yeah, they did a good job with that.
Man, they put.
I love Showtime, bro.
Shaq got a good one on HBO Max.
Fire.
No, I'm talking about
Oh, you talking
Showtime,
about the show?
the show.
Oh, I ain't watched the second season yet.
Oh man,
Oh, yeah.
how they did that? That's
Cinematography
great work.
fire.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's fire.
Because they
When
make
you
them look tall and they short as hell.
Yeah.
Dude shooting through there on a gimbal and rollerblades and all that. I'm like, yeah, that's why I don't want to shoot, because I can't even rollerblade. I can't do that, bro.
What would be your dream project?
My dream project, I haven't even thought that far. But I think as of right now, just getting something picked up, that's the number one goal. Because I feel like when that door open, and it's, bro, once you get your foot in the door, it makes it a whole lot easier for everything else that you're trying to do.
Okay. Now, you mentioned music. So I remember seeing you and your wife are big fans of what's the rap shit called?
Battle rap?
Battle rap.
Man.
Y'all used to do the content. Y'all dialed back from it.
Yeah.
But what
Work
brought
picked up.
y'all into battle rap?
So honestly, it's me. I've always loved battle rap. I made my wife do it. So I was like, nah, man. And it happened during COVID.
Yeah.
So we had time. All the projects that I had been working on at that time completely stopped because of COVID. So I'm like, man, I'm watching these battle raps. You know, I be spitting bars around the house to my wife like I'm a battle rapper. It's easy.
Yeah.
So I told her, I was like, man, I'm finna do an impersonation one time. And I just randomly posted it. And bro, it had like 1,500 shares. So I was like, you know what? I ain't doing nothing else. Let me just keep on doing it. And bro, before you know it, like we had maybe 30-some thousand followers on TikTok off of it. And they were talking about doing a show for us, the URL and Smack and all them. So we had a lady reach out to us like, hey, they thinking about putting y'all on the app, you and your wife. Just make a show and we'll pitch it to, you know, Smack, who's the head guy. But we already Smack, what up? Yeah. But my wife was like, man, you putting too much energy into this and this ain't really what you want to do.
True.
Your energy should be into these films. And I was like, nah, man, let's do it. And she just said no. And I had to respect it.
Yeah.
I had to respect it.
The missus be knowing.
Yeah, she had to get me right up there.
Right.
She had to get me right up.
So who is your favorite battle rapper?
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Daylight.
Oh, you like
Away
Daylight?
from the antics, Daylight.
That's the guy
he can spit.
That's the guy with the tattoos on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can definitely spit. He's just a joke.
Yeah,
Like,
he
He got so many antics, bro. I'm like, bro, just spit bars, please.
See, mine.
Spit.
My favorite used to be Serious Jones.
Oh, I remember, bro.
serious?
I used to love that dude.
Serious.
But then when he got killed by Murder Mook,
Murder. Oh,
because
yeah.
when he was like, dot in your head, dot,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, not serious, guys.
Dime up.
It's like, yeah.
And then he was like, easy. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
I
But
still
then
remember the.
He got punched in one of the battles.
About what you
Yeah,
call
he
a
fell
Mad
out
Hoffa.
bad. He fell out bad. Like
Yeah.
he used to.
That was
Mad
some whole
Hoffa,
ass
the
shit.
podcast?
Come on,
That was
dog.
some whole ass. Yeah, he punched that nigga
He
off the
punched him in
stage.
the bar.
Oh, that's who he
in the
punched.
battle.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He snuffed
Okay.
him.
Yeah,
It
that
wasn't
was some whole ass
Oh,
shit.
okay.
It wasn't no like tussle and fight. He just snuffed him because he said something he ain't like.
And I like Loaded
Loaded.
Lux, but I liked him off the BT, the Freestyle Fridays.
Bro, you gotta listen to
No,
Loaded.
but I like after the Calico, he kind of just started going left a little bit.
bro.
He still has some
still
heat.
nice.
He's still cold,
He's
but
still
he started going to that militant. You know, he
Yeah.
started doing the.
He only
antics.
did that one time.
No,
bro.
he did the
Stop that.
suit, and then he came back with the African Bambaataa
Yeah, he
shit.
did. He
And
did.
Oh, yeah,
then
he
he did
did.
some other stuff. I be listening to him, but like when he was
On BT.
on BT though,
Yeah.
oh man, it doesn't
What's the one
tell,
from
'cause-
Compton? Right now. The battle rap.
Geechee.
Geechee Gotti.
Gotti.
Geechee Gotti. That's my
Yeah.
favorite.
I don't follow it
Every
like that.
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah, Geechee Gotti tough.
Geechee nice.
He
I
I
like
don't know
Geechee.
how they can just sit up there and let people just scream in their face like that.
You got to be
part of the
professional,
sport.
bro.
That ain't no
Ain't nothing professional about battle rap. What are you talking
Ain't
about? You gotta
nothing
be
professional about
It
that
is,
shit.
though.
It
There's
is.
a little
It's not
professionalism in
They
there.
you
talk
want-
about your dead mama. They
Yes.
talk about
Yeah,
your
but you gotta
But
sit
it's
there and take it,
understood.
or you ain't getting
I don't
paid.
even like Rudolph or Prince. I don't give a fuck you lost your mom to cancer. Nigga, what?
Yeah, you gotta
I
take
gotta
that.
kill you, nigga.
Bro.
You gotta take that.
Snuff.
But you know the last they just had Summer
Professionalism.
Madness, and that was here. They have Summer Madness here in Houston.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
went?
Hell no, I gotta get back home to my kids, bro.
Yeah. That's I
ain't
heard
got
that
time to
standing around, beast.
First of all, the battles be lasting like 10 hours.
And
Ain't
people
no
standing
way.
My
up.
lower back will be burning.
Bro, what?
My back will be out of there.
Bro. And then
Spinal.
I don't get that.
Go in a wheelchair.
Like they be doing all the antics, they be rapping and stuff, and then they mans know the raps too.
Yeah,
Like
so they-
I like freestyling. Like
Well, you don't like battle
Oh,
rap.
you-
None
that's
of
why-
that is-
like when they finish the bars?
Yeah.
like battle rap for me, like I just like I knew of it, I don't like some of it, but I couldn't get into it where I'm like watching. They were like, "Oh, watch this." I'd be like, "No."
Bruh.
And then when like people be on Funk Flex or Sway, if it don't sound like a freestyle,
You can't dig.
I just be like, "Bro, this not a freestyle. I'm calling it a freestyle."
But
I'd rather you just say
none
it's
of those
a
are
rap.
freestyles.
Nah,
None of them.
who was that got on there in freestyle? Donald Glover was on Sway and he freestyle.
Nah, I can see him freestyle.
Yeah, he started talking during the Drake beat, like
Yeah,
in
I can
mid
see him
freestyle, and they was just
But
like,
everybody else,
"Yo,
like Loaded
Yeah.
was on there. He killed it, but that
It's
wasn't
not a freestyle.
I thought back in the day it was a freestyle, like
It
Cassidy, Cassidy Freeway. That wasn't a
Cassidy
freestyle.
Cassidy wasn't
did freestyle.
freestyling. No,
That one when he did
No.
the Freeway.
no."
That
You hear
wasn't a
in the
freestyle.
mixtape.
You'll hear it in the mixtape, same
even
verse.
Basement when Tigger and all them and Wayne,
All them.
bro, those were on
Well,
his.
I know. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I
Like-
know that.
Lil Kiki. That's why I like him the most. He freestyled on Sway, freestyled on Rap
Well,
City.
we know where he's
That's what
from.
I'm saying. Like, it just go off the top of the head. If you can go, you can go. If you can't, you can't. That's my thing about it. Just like go off the dome.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get that too often.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like even Fab, I remember when we had the blue shoes and he looked like he said something and he was like, it looked like I stumped a Smurf.
Yep.
This
Man, that nigga's a
Story.
black encyclopedia, man. That nigga knows some shit.
that was off a mixtape. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dog, you giving me, man, you be disappointing me sometimes. But it is what it is.
But yeah, the battle rap stuff cool, dog. But it just didn't last long. It was
Yeah.
during that little COVID era.
Cool. So going back, we following up and we're gonna end it here soon. When you was a 5'9" guard, who was your game like?
Who was my game like? I wanted to be, obviously.
Okay.
I was far from it.
Okay.
So for me, dog, I had big dreams of what my career could have been like.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go to a school with an All-American, you go to a school with, a big man that's committed to a D1 school, you got...
Where'd he go?
Posey went to UTA. So...
Big Posey.
Yeah. I often wonder if I would have stayed where I was on, would I have gotten a D1 scholarship?
What was that?
I would have got more. I would have had more shots. I was on a Smiley, but I ended up going to Milby just to hoop.
So my mom and dad graduated from Smiley.
More than likely.
You did right.
Smiley ain't like that.
Does Smiley still exist?
No.
Nah.
You know why?
Smiley don't
North-
exist.
Bruh. No, it's North Forest High
North
School.
Forest.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, Smiley was pretty.
Smiley, I know it was.
terrible.
My mom and dad graduated from Smiley.
for real?
They from on that side of town. Yeah.
So you grew up over there?
No. I'm on the south side.
Third what?
Okay. He said, no, I'm not from the north.
That would have been breaking news.
No, I'm
They
not from
over
the
there
north.
carjacking and winning Rockawell, man. I
Okay,
can't
but
be
chill.
from over there,
I'm
man.
from there.
All that old shit, man.
He said, "Hey,
I'm
chill."
from there.
He's like, I'm good with the
I'm from
Lord, but
Homestead.
I'm good with the Lord, but I don't take that bull joke.
But like I was saying, man, I had to understand my role. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? When I got there, and my junior year, I didn't play at all. Like I literally didn't play at all. I remember a game, the coach tried to put me in with like 0.5 seconds. I hadn't played the whole game. We playing Yates. Delmar packed out. I'm like, I'm not going in, bro. I ain't played the whole game. You don't
0.5,
tell-
that's disrespectful,
you don't
bro.
tell me no.
We got to squabble now, bro.
And I did not go
0.5?
in. You ain't played
Bro,
with
that's insane.
That's more time than Derek Fisher had on that shot.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
0.4.
0.5, man. So
Shit.
for me to even get the opportunity to play,
He probably
my
grabbed your
senior
shirt.
year.
Get it in.
Nah,
That's
man.
disrespectful, bro.
Hey, so the funny thing is, my old man almost fought him.
That should have been a docuseries.
Bruh.
0.5.
So I just think the coach didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? I never got in trouble, never was disrespectful.
Yeah.
Never late for practice, none of that stuff. And bro, he just did not like me. So we got in Padre one tournament, and we beating this team by almost 100. We bust the clock on them, and
Get in, son.
bruh, I ain't even play. I'm on the bench laughing because everybody laughing.
Yeah.
Jawan's the main one laughing. I'm laughing with him. He look at me and say, "Hey, what's so funny? Go to the locker room and take your shower." Man, I said, I ain't going nowhere. Next thing I know, I see my old man running down the stairs. I said, oh, hell, man. So he get all in the coach's face. I know I'm never going to play now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, he
Coach White.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. He was an
Makes
older
sense.
white guy.
Makes sense.
But going into my senior year, I was going to transfer back. I was like, man, look, he ain't played me last year. He not going to play me this year. So I might as well go to Smiley and get all the shots I can get now. And the coach that was his assistant was like, hey, just stay here one more year. I think this is the year he gonna retire. This year. Because he had said he was gonna retire 5 years in a row and never did. And his wife told him, hey, if you don't retire this year, I'm moving to Corpus without you. So that was the only reason he retired.
I don't feel as bad now that he retired and y'all
Oh,
stayed.
man.
Boys Tonia, right?
Boys Honey.
Yeah, I was in that district,
I didn't
so
know
I
he was
know. I
white.
went to Yates.
Boys Honey, man.
He sounds
And
problematic.
I got love for him, man. And
he
I
sounds
think
problematic.
I got love for him though, man. It's literally like
He legendary.
spiritually, I've matured,
Yeah.
but I hated him for so long.
Wow.
I had a college coach like that too, so I understand.
Yeah, but you got to let that go because at the end of the day, he's sleeping good with his
Exactly.
wife, and you over here when his
Man.
name come up. Hey, don't say his name.
Yeah.
Don't say his name.
I
So
get it.
I went to Corpus one day. I had a project out there, and I ended up getting lunch with him, and that was kind of like how I let it go.
Yeah.
We were talking. He's in his mind, he did nothing wrong.
For sure.
I was like, bro, you broke me, dog. What you mean?
I resented you
Yeah.
for so long. It was like Antoine Fisher for so long.
That's how I felt.
No more.
That's how I felt. But
I had that with my freshman college coach because they won the national championship my freshman year, and I had the red shirt in the middle of the year because I decided to go home because my dad got in a car accident, and he resented that and told me I had the red shirt. And I
resented.
I hated that dude. And then my senior year at another school, he was like, he was proud of my perseverance, and I was like, that's what's up.
So the one reason I didn't transfer to Smiley, so my basketball mentor was Calvin Murphy at the time. I had played for his little league team, the Rikers Wiz Kids. So during that whole time,
long ass name,
Sound like
Rockets
that.
Wiz Kids.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Hell,
About as tacky as his suits.
what the hell?
That boy got some suits for days.
Yeah. His tailor did my suits for the wedding.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him, do not make it like
Not
this.
like, but we
Be
hit
like
him up, though, man.
that is a wedding.
We hit him up and told him the whole situation, and he told me and my mom, sit your ass down and be patient. Your time will come. And I had to learn that. It was a hard season, but that following year, we was like rock stars. Bro.
Yeah.
We was like rock stars that
That's
whole
what's up.
year. So
That's love.
perseverance, like you said. though.
Perseverance.
Dog.
Did Juwan McCullum used to drop like 50 on people, or he was just like a
Bro, he was a
facilitating?
He was a bucket. But the crazy thing about it, he was a bucket, but he knew he couldn't do it by himself. So at one point in the season, all 5 of the starters, we was averaging over 10 points. All 5 of us.
You started?
And the 6 man. I started 2 guard.
Nice.
And like literally, man, he could go get 50, but he ain't have to because you got other people that can hit open shots. So I knew my role, like, hey, I got to lock up. I got to hold the best man, and I got to hit open shots. Because he's going to get defense to adjust to him. So I'm going to have open shots. That's all I got to do, sit there and be PJ Tucker. You know what I'm saying? So that was my role.
So how was it with your teammates that you didn't play in a 100-point blowout your whole junior year, and then senior year, you just come out, you started?
Man, so senior, it was fishy, man, but we all were kind of in the same space because we had the same team our junior year, and we lost to Elsick in the second round. So our senior year, I think Juwan was even talking about moving to another school. Larry was talking about moving because we just knew with his type of play, we can't play like that. We run. You know what I'm saying? Our coach played for Guy Lewis at U of H with the 5-7 Jammer. So in his mind, we should be running, and that's what we did our senior year. But the coach my junior year, he's Honey. He's like, nah, slow it down. Let's
Feed it to the big man.
Yeah, and we didn't play like
He,
that.
let me remind y'all of these names: Alton Ford,
Big Ford.
Alton Ford.
Myron Allen.
Montreal,
Alton Ford. What he played?
These are who Hornier coached. That he was. So that he was a slow
Slow it down.
You know what I'm saying? Runs
I
through
just
the
heard
big
that name recently.
Yeah.
Alton Ford was like,
he went to the league.
I remember that.
All-American.
Yeah.
They was talking about him on
16.
the
Bro.
Knuckleheads.
Body.
Yeah.
A
Did
big
y'all
body.
play against Daniel Gibson?
We did. We played them every year until our senior year.
He tore your ass up.
I wouldn't say all that. He had a good game, but we always beat Jones, though. We always beat Jones. But I want to say our junior year when we played him, he probably had 20, 30 what he averaged.
Okay, I thought he was
But
dropping
see-
60 on him.
Nah,
He
they
nice.
they
He was
played
nice,
tag
bro.
him, and he had what?
He was nice.
What he had? I think he had 62. And
Yeah, that
Nah,
Booker T and Jones.
Tech
though.
had 70.
Tack
Yeah,
had
my-
72.
Yeah,
And
D-Gib
bro,
had like 50.
48, 50 something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
I remember that.
That
Shootout.
Tack had 72.
Yeah.
Hey, Tack was, bro.
Yeah.
Tack was
Man, look
forever.
here, bro. We played Booker T my junior year. The coach actually put me in that game. I played the end of the second
Go
quarter.
get Tack.
I was like, bro, you don't play me the whole time, and then when you put me in, I gotta guard Tack. So
Tech minor.
Tack is at the
He's
top of the
legend.
key. He gets the ball. He gets past me. Get to the goal. I swipe it, and it didn't go off on him. It went off on him, but they still caught it his ball. So he was like, nah, fuck that. Bring it back to me, bro. They give it to him, inbounds play, top of the key. He hit me with that Tim Hardaway in and out.
And pulled it.
Left me right. Nah, didn't pull. He got to the goal. Now, Larry was 6'6",
Yes, big boy.
Bro, he hit me at the top of the key. Everybody at Delmar, ooh,
Wow.
get to the goal, body. And one. Kevin, come out. He subbed me out. I was like, bro, you put me in the game to get rocked and then put me out.
God.
Man,
I didn't see the court the rest of the game.
that resentment and hate was just
Out.
that's the origin story of the resentment and the hate.
Man, I
This
got
is a
him up right
docuseries.
now.
Nigga already sweating. Go sit down, man.
Look, the hate for Honey, 0.5.
So with my documentary, I have to say though, I want to craft it in such a way where it doesn't put him in a negative light.
That's what's up.
So everybody was like, no, documentaries are meant for people to know the real people. I said, yeah, but that's not my intention.
Yeah.
If he didn't think I was a good player and he thought it was better for the team to go forward with me being on the bench, that's his belief. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But I will share this. So I found out even after he retired, he called in and told the coach not to play me.
Man, this some lifelong shit.
Did you when you
I was like, what did I do to homie, bro?
when you went to lunch? Did you check your food?
Bruh.
Did you go to the bathroom and leave your food?
Bro,
The next
when
season of beef gonna be him and Coach Horny.
when I found that, I was like, bro, you're not even coaching here no more. And you called in and said, hey, y'all got a good team for next year.
You parked in
However,
folks. He parked
if you
in
play
folks'
him,
spot.
y'all not gonna make it far. And it's crazy because I'm like, bro, not only did we make it far,
Yeah,
but
won
we
the
was
state.
number 1 in the state and 4 in the nation. And not
How'd you
saying it
find
was
this
because
out?
of me, but you know what I'm saying?
How'd you find this out?
Ew.
I can't share who shared it with me.
No, I got you. But nah, that's crazy. Did
it
you
was like,
ask
bro,
him?
what
Did
do
you
you-
ask him about
It
that?
wasn't even worth it.
I
Like
feel you.
even when I had lunch with him, it was for me to clear up my heart. I was like, hey man,
sometimes that's needed.
Hey, you a good dude, bro.
Sometimes
That's what I
that's
got from
needed.
this interview. You a good dude, bro.
I appreciate that.
Because I would have just
bro.
been like, I would have wore the ring.
He got one too.
How he get one?
They gave him a ring for being there 32 years.
Man, that's like participation.
Yeah.
You ain't earned
Yeah,
that.
you ain't do
You
that.
wasn't in the trenches
They ain't
with us.
give,
He's the most winningest
Mark
coach
Jackson
in
a ring.
They
Hey,
didn't.
Hey, we
And
talk
that's
battle
the
rap.
thing. Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes come from 8 Mile. Don't matter, dog.
It really
Don't matter. You wasn't there. You was not there.
Yeah.
So shit. Mark Jackson ain't getting no damn ring from the
And that was
Warriors.
his team.
Shit.
That was his team.
But nah, this has been a live little interview for sure because I didn't expect all this. I knew we was gonna talk film, but the sports,
Man.
I know LP gonna be like, man, I missed it, man. And nah, this was dope. So tell everybody your socials again.
Man, _ITFW, which is Imagine That Film Works. I'm not really active on social because I'm trying to keep my head down.
Yeah.
And just pop up on some, I got a project on HBO.
Nah, that's love, right?
That's what I'm
there.
trying to do,
Yeah,
moving silent.
That's dope.
Matter of fact, there's a actor that was on Showtime. I mean, the Showtime show that went to your school.
Who? That's right. His white or Hispanic guy.
No,
I
he
saw
black.
it. Really? We don't have
what's
many
his-
blacks come
No,
through
what's his
Milby.
name? No, not Milby. Sam Houston.
Oh, Sam. Okay.
He Tracy Trayvon, something like that.
Really?
I don't know. Britt and Billy was talking about it. He was hyped about it because he was
No, Tristan.
Tristan.
Majid. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on the Lakers.
yeah,
what's
the
his name?
Showtime winning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah.
writes on it.
He was like a cook when
So you
Larry
can't
Bird was.
post it right now because
okay.
all the strike stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That whole
That's
strike
what I was
thing
going
is
to
crazy.
ask you. Like, you decided to get in the film, but
Yeah.
it's the strike thing.
Man, it's so crazy because I'm talking to these producers who I'm asking for, hey, can you connect me with this? Hey, I got this project. I think you would be dope on this project. Yeah, we got like 10 projects that's on hold right now because of the strike. So our money is on hold right now.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God, this is
Crazy.
the worst time for me to have all these ideas to
Last
be showing
question.
people. So,
If they asked you to cross over, would you do it?
cross over to what?
Like over that strike, over that picket line.
So the crazy thing is, bro, like they're in a union and that's because they're going on strike. Like even one of the companies I'm trying to work with is called Macro. They're still putting out work. They putting out work, and I don't understand technically how they're operating. Like, are they not using the writers that's in the union or what? But I mean, I don't
know
even
nothing
how to
about
answer
that.
your question.
That shit deep.
I really don't.
I ain't no goddamn actor.
They asked me for the pitch. I gave him the pitch.
I gave him the pitch. I gave him the pitch.
But I will say, man, God got some things lined up.
Yeah.
Nah, he really do, bro. I'm excited to see all your work get published. And
Hopefully, I can come back in a year and we talk about my first project.
wow,
Yeah.
definitely, man.
And then when you start getting into films and you need a lead actor or even a stand-in.
What did I tell you? I'm not a gatekeeper.
You know what I'm saying?
And I stand on that, dog. When
That's
I
dope.
get in there, I'm trying to help as many people, especially the people that look like me,
Yeah.
to cross into that industry.
Wow, bro. That's going.
Well,
Be dope.
we got Kev from Imagine
Wait,
That Film
before we
Works.
go,
Ooh,
I want to apologize just to the people I didn't want to do a podcast with because this is like new for me because I'm always behind the camera.
Okay.
So being in front of the camera has always been, I've been leery about it because I can't control the narrative
Yep.
and the stuff that I'm saying. So I didn't want to get on podcasts and like, I said that, I shouldn't have said this. So this is new for me, you know what I'm saying? So if I shot myself, I can edit it how I want to. So I denied a lot of podcasts the last couple of years. So now I'm open to.
We honored.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm open to the podcast.
You know what I'm
especially
saying?
Hold on, you been
my
turning
close
down
friends.
other podcasts?
I
You did not.
Wow. And,
I
but
know.
to come on with
I
us,
just want, I
though.
know. I just wanted him to
I
say
did.
it
To come
again.
on with us,
To come on with
But
us.
how long we been working on this? You told me about it, what, like a while?
Like months ago.
It's like, bro, we gotta get you on a podcast.
Yeah.
And I told my wife, man, I want to, but I don't want to because I know I can say some crazy stuff sometimes.
That's what we got. And then we didn't even bring out the delicious Grand Cormino because this was just too much of a.
I don't even drink no more.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he wouldn't even
I
have.
just drink wine now.
you know,
I gave up.
I'm getting that route.
Hey,
'cause, yeah,
I gave it up.
Grand
I'm
Cormino
almost
is gonna
a
be
year now.
for festive holidays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But no. Again, this has been episode 261 of the Pour Horsemen podcast.
Yeah.
We had Kev with Imagine Film
Appreciate
Works.
you guys,
And
man.
yeah, this has been a great one. Y'all check out for most of his work coming out because them docu-series gonna be cold.
It's gonna be lit. So
We out.